fellas. Hope you've got a cuppa. Because it's time for the March roadmap for Train Sim World 4. As always, I read through this article and have a look at the videos to improve the accessibility of the information. Now, let's get going. We can look at our roadmap slide. So in the 0 to 3 month period, we have a spring core update. More on that later. Add-ons, London Overground, Gospel Oak to Barking Riverside. That's coming out on March the 19th. Semmering Bahn, Wiener Neustadt to Muschelschlag. And there's no release date for that one yet. Partner releases, Cocoa Line Volume 2, Aggregates from Skyhook Games. 5 Circle Line, Edinburgh to Markinch via Dumpfer Line and Kirkcaldy, Rivet Games. In the 4 to 6 month slot, we've got add-ons for the San Bernardino line, Los Angeles to San Bernardino, a UK loco and a UK route. In the partner releases, we've got the ScotRail Class 158 from Skyhook Games and a D loco from SimTrack Studios. In the release date to be confirmed, we have the DBBR 420 from TSG. It's been there for rather a while, that one. I might just chalk that one down to the one day. We have the Tadami line, which is our first non-Euro-American contribution, and it's the Tadami Eizu Wakamatsu Tadami, and it's from Union Workshop. Really looking forward to a Japanese route. We have an Alan Thompson simulation route. We have the Colin Arkin timetable update, suspension improvements, a US route not announced, and a BR Class 104 and Peak Forest expansion pack from SimTrack Studios. Alrighty, let's skip the TLDR version because we'll just talk about it all anyway. Here we go, the Train Sim World Roadmap. It's already March, and we've got another monthly developer update for you all on Train Sim World. In this roadmap, you can expect more information on the recent upcoming releases, which we announced back in February, such as the London Overground Suffragette line and the 5 Circle line by Rivet Games. We'll also share more information on the future route add-ons, talking through important commonly discussed topics, opening the floor to introduce Union Workshop into TSW, and highlighting some fantastic community projects made on the PC editor. And it talks about them going live. That stream has just finished, in fact, so I'm now reading this to you. Bahnstreck Salzburg-Rosenheim, which was released last week. So last Tuesday we saw the release of the mountainous cross-border hilly adventure with Rosenheim-Salzburg running mostly through beautiful Bavarian countryside on German rails before entering one of Austria's most important cities. Alongside the OBB 4024 Talent 1, as well as the DBBR 185.2 with Habenswagens, it also introduced the DBBR 111 to Train Sim World, an electric locomotive from the 1970s that is still used today, featuring tap changer controls and a distinctive horn. It's still a clown horn though. Beep beep. Eastbound services from Rosenheim to Salzburg have the DBBR 111 leading the train. In tonight's roadmap stream, Matt did talk about sounds for the OBB 4024 Talent 1. They are negotiating with OBB to try and get access to record some new sounds. That would be good if that had just to come off. If you're interested in finding out more about Rosenheim, head over to the launch article. I'll hopefully pop a link of that in the description if I remember. Content up ahead, and this is what we're waiting for. And there's an image here of some photogrammetry mountains that have been done in the background here. This is a new technique that's been used in the game recently so that distant mountains look good. Content up ahead. London Overground Suffragette line, otherwise known as the Goblin. Arriving March 19th. It's time to go overground on the latest London line to come to Train Sim World. Get ready for an adventure in Train Sim World 4, London Overground Suffragette Gospel Oak to Barking Riverside, arriving 19th of March. In case you missed it already, yesterday we shared a London Overground Suffragette line coming soon article which goes into full detail. I did in fact read through that yesterday, so I'm going to skip this because if you're interested in it, this is the exact same content from the Suffragette line that I went through yesterday. There's nothing new here. It's all the same things. So if you're curious, pop over to that video. I'll try and remember to pop a link in the description. Well, we're seeing lots of images from the line. Now there is some new information here. Community question, will the Class 710 layer onto the Bakerloo line? Not at this stage. It isn't something that will be included for release and is something we're looking into the possibility of including. So that would probably require a re-release of Bakerloo. Train Sim World 4, London Overground Suffragette, Gospel Oak, Barking Riverside route add-on will be available from the 19th of March for Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Game Store and Steam for £24.99, €29.99 and $29.99 US, so about 50-ish for Aussies. Join the stream. On March 14th, there will be a preview of the London Overground. Put that in your calendar. It's going to be another early day for me. 5 Circle Line, Edinburgh to Markinch via Dumfries and Corkaldy is coming soon. Actually, just on the Suffragette one, hopefully I'll be able to stream it early as we've been able to recently with releases. Stay posted. Keep an eye on the announcements. We'd also like to share more details on the upcoming 5 Circle Line route developed by our partners at Rivet Games. Just yesterday, Rivet shared a preview of the ScotRail Class 170 in the form of a walk-around inside the cab and outside the DMU, which you can watch on their YouTube channel. And for those that enjoy a behind-the-scenes peek into development, also shared their latest Rivet Games dev blog, talking about how they modelled the Class 170 cab, with more detail on how they used photogrammetry to make it more true to life. So we're looking at a picture of the Class 170 here, and let's just pop over to Rivet's video and just play that and have a quick look. Well, there we go. And we have it with the offering from Rivet. I have seen a few people commenting that the engine sounds don't sound quite right, but I've also seen a real-life driver saying they're pretty good. I did notice the occlusion as you came from the passenger compartment into the driver's cab. It went a bit quiet there for a while, even with the driver's door open. Interestingly, when you closed the driver's door, you also heard the door closing beeps from the outside ones. I'm not sure if the outside doors or the passenger doors were actually closing at the same time, though. It seemed that that happened just afterwards. So interesting that there was beeping there. But anyway, it's a work in progress, so we shall see what it's like on release. As for more details on the route itself, you can expect to find 52 miles. It's a long route. From Edinburgh Waverley to Markinch via Kirkcaldy and Dunfermline, the full circle, including 20 stations. Rivet have also included the Edinburgh tram line between Haymarket and Edinburgh Gateway. Ooh, I wonder if that'll be drivable. Including the depot and, of course, the iconic Forth Bridge, which spans over 8,000 feet across the Firth of Forth and recently celebrated its 134th birthday just yesterday. Happy birthday to the Big Pink Bridge. It is a massive structure if you've never seen it. It's huge. It's like a giant Meccano set, just a massive erector set in the water. And talking about new additional features you may spot across the route will include working escalators, which actually affect and move the player, alongside working lifts, complementing an enhanced Edinburgh Waverley station that adds new exits and new buildings on the north side. Additionally, Rivet Games have commented that once the real-life Leven Branch extension opens, their teams will be able to research this area and look into the possibility of including this in the future. We look forward to sharing more new features and details for layers and services in the upcoming articles, and as far as the route collectibles go, our lips are sealed. Oh dear. But you may find a teaser shared from Rivet's Instagram page. I haven't previewed that teaser, and it worries me just a little bit what might turn up on Instagram, so I won't go over there. You can go there yourself. I'll pop a link to the roadmap article in the description so you can find this. Semmering Bahn, Wiener Neustadt, Mörselschlag. Who's ready for an alpine adventure over the Austrian forested peaks? The Semmering Pass is getting closer to release, and we'd like to treat you to new screenshots of this incredible mountain railway route. For those that want a refresher from our Dovetail Direct, you can expect 68 kilometres of track from Mörselschlag to Wiener Neustadt via the Semmering Pass. Looks like a nice bendy, windy route with plenty of stations and some nice open, probably faster sections, so a good bit of hands-on driving most likely. The stations are Mörselschlag, Spittel am Semmering, Steinhaus am Semmering, Semmering, Wolfsburg-Kogel, Brittenstein, Kleim Schottwien, Eichberg, Kub, Payerbach-Reichenau, Schlogmühl, Glognitz, Potschak, Turnitz, Neunkirchen, St. Eigden, Wiener Neustadt Hochbahnhof, and please feel free to make fun of me for my pronunciations. As a bonus treat, we've been able to get a sneak preview around the OBB 116 Taurus cab. Let's pop over and have a look. Oh, so you can walk down the corridor. Good. This is the new variation of the Taurus cab. And in the roadmap stream, Matt did mention that it has got new sounds as well. Set the cruise control, brakes off, power on maybe? We're going to go for a drive? We are. Okay. Onto some new juicy screenshots. You can expect to take control of the OBB 116 Taurus electric locomotive in OBB red livery as you traverse through the mountains, through tunnels and over viaducts. We see a image with the distant mountains and the train pulling what looks like a red and grey IC set of coaches perhaps, or similar, the OBB version of them. Okay, question, is there any differences in this new cab for the Taurus? You can expect to have a similar driving experience. However, the interior cab will look different, and this new 1116 features updated sounds as well as being paired with the OBB BMZ coaches. Well, there you go. And we can see it here on the front of a container freight as well, and we can see some 4024s in the background. And we can't forget to showcase the OBB 4024 EMU in OBB livery, which is included with the route. So it's included, you don't need the other one to layer it in, that's good. That's a good way to set it up for new players. Excuse my hiccups. Expect more information on Semmering Pass soon, including many more screenshots of the stunning landscapes, and we look forward to the future photo mode competitions featuring this wonderful Austrian route. San Bernardino line, Los Angeles to San Bernardino. During our Dovetail Direct event, we announced our upcoming US route across the San Bernardino line, being our second Metrolink route with 57 miles of track covering 16 stations and featuring the MP36PH. As with the nature of the Direct, we showcased a range of routes in development at various stages, and whilst we're confident you'll enjoy it when released, it's still a little way out yet. We will share more details when we can, and as a reminder for what we've shown already. We've got the San Bernardino line for Los Angeles to San Bernardino. There are 16 stations: Los Angeles Union Station, Cal State LA, El Monte, Baldwin Park, Covina, Fairplex, Pomona North, Claremont, Montclair, Upland, Rancho Cucamonga, Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, Rialto, San Bernardino Depot, and San Bernardino Downtown. The route will start from Los Angeles Union Station, heading east and connecting to San Bernardino Downtown, experiencing a more intense service pattern in a densely packed urban environment with the Metrolink MP36PH, and you can see a work in progress of this loco, which we've shared during the event. So it's the same image that we saw last time. Whilst you're here, we do want to mention we have another listed US route which is deep into development, currently in the no release date category. We're still working on getting this delivered to you all when we can. We've not got any news updates today, and we're continuing to work closely with the licensor on the required approvals. When we have them, we'll begin to share more details with you, so thank you for being patient in the meantime. I think we all know what that route is. I'm not going to say it, but good to see some progress. BR Class 104 and Peak Forest Expansion Pack. You may have noticed from our March roadmap graphic that the BR Class 104 and Peak Forest Expansion Pack has shifted into our release date TBC section. We reached out to Simtrack Studios to give us an update on their progress. Simtrack say work on the 104 is progressing well, however it is taking longer than we initially expected. We want the release to go smoothly, and the extra time will be spent to make sure it releases in a polished state as best as possible. I think we all agree that taking the time is the right thing to do. Our roadmap is a live document reflecting the sometimes changeable world of game development, so we'll keep you updated on the BR Class 104 and Peak Forest Expansion Pack as soon as we can. We look forward to sharing it with you when it's ready. Patches and updates. Our teams are continuing to work hard in delivering the suspension improvements, and today we want to share a new suspension video showcasing the system implemented on a Class 66. All right, let's get this going. Some nice bounce across the points there. Same again from an outside camera. It does look as though the wheels are sitting slightly low on the track, and sometimes popping down into the track when the suspension's activating. you can see various bits moving around, and for that level of thing, that's probably a okay level of movement. There is a feedback thread on the forums that they actually want you to give feedback on. Matt says, in this video you're seeing the Class 66 on East Coast Main Line with the new suspension system. First from the interior, so you can see it from the driver perspective as it reacts to going over a series of junctions. Notice how it goes over the closer junction pairs because the front and rear are going over different sets of junctions. The shake in the cab is a little more obvious. The second half of the video is the same journey, but this time from outside looking at the wheels so you can see them individually reacting to the track underneath. The development beta teams have been discussing the suspension system over a wider range of trains and routes, as whether the effective bounce over junctions is too much or if it's appropriate to hyper-realise it for the experience. In reality, you may expect a much less visible jolt over the frog, more of a gentle dip into the junction generally, but that would remove much of the effect. Currently it is affected by your speed too, so as you go faster the effect is much less noticeable as you'd expect, but at slow speeds you feel a lot more as shown in the video. We'd like to open up the debate and invite all of your opinions. It'd be great to get some feedback on the Class 66 suspension video shown from the community, especially any of you with practical cab ride experience to help. Well, I'm a real-life fireman on steam locos, and I have to say the cabs bounce around like crazy, so from my perspective it's okay. Now, I do ride now diesels, and they're smoother than that, and they're probably half the weight of a 66, so I would expect ours to bounce more, so for me it's probably a bit too much. You can expect us to come back next month and continue to share more progress on the suspension improvements we're implementing. Formation Designer. Last week we asked you questions on the recently added Formation Designer feature, including how you were getting on using the tool, getting access at an early stage via beta on Steam and Epic Games, as we're talking about any feedback or struggles you've encountered so far. It's lovely to see that many of you have been greatly enjoying the feature instead of a large range of support for being able to bring Steam and Epic Games players access through the beta release with the opportunity to help support and shape development of the tool. And feedback is, I'm enjoying it. I think it's a great addition to the game. One of the standout features. It's nice being able to access a feature easily to see how it works and to give feedback. I enjoy more features having early beta releases. Indeed. People are starting to talk about their favourite parts of it, so being able to create something new and hopefully original to improve gameplay for himself and others, or themselves. Creating unique formations quickly saves a lot of time when compared to spawning things individually in free roam. Yeah, that was the old way of doing it, is spawn everything by itself and then join them together. What elements do you struggle with? So they'd like to know. They want you to give it a crack. If you're on Steam or Epic, get into the beta, give it a try, and give them the feedback. They want general UI improvements, Creators Club integration, multiple unit formations in the UI, and loading cargo. There we go. Let's have a look at the Spring Core update now. The next large update coming to Train Sim World 4 is Spring Core, for which one of our aims is to investigate how to improve substitution, fixes to key community issues, a range of scoring adjustments to various routes, Maintlebarn Blackpool branches, Vorarlberg and more, as well as additional improvements to fix issues when completing specific tutorials and training modules. Ahead of this update, we'll have a smaller patch which will aim to resolve HUD settings not saving between sessions on console. That's a common feedback from my community, so very glad to see that. That's rolling out tomorrow at 10 AM UTC. And an issue with Tiesendorf Station announcement being audible further than intended on Rosenheim Salzburg. Yep, you can hear that random announcement pretty much everywhere. We're still finalising the details of this patch, so expect an update from us soon. We're ready to release this. As standard, alongside this core update, we'll all have a smaller supporting updates prepared for add-on releases. TSW4 improvements for those few of you still on it. Why haven't you moved? There's been so many sales lately. We're still working on delivering improvements to Train Sim World 3 so far. I've released 2 batches of improvements in the November and December updates. We're in process of readying a 3rd batch of TSW3 improvements coming to the game with the intention of releasing them very soon, and it will focus on improvements to Peninsula Corridor and Norfolk Southern Heritage Livery Collection, including timetable changes and fixes to various scenarios. I might pause this here and I'll save the Union Workshop part for a separate video, I think, because that's getting more into the dev side of things. Alrighty, that's been it for the March roadmap. If you've got any questions, chuck them down below and I'll answer them if I can. And if not, I'll feed it back to DTG. So thanks for watching. See you later.
We played a game.